I'm knocked up and got work to do. I'm knocked up and got a toddler to chase after. OMG, guys, I'm super excited to share with you what it's like being pregnant, plus running a business, plus chasing a toddler. Stay tuned. So welcome to episode number 11. Usually on my page is where I share tips on how you can grow your business, possibly start your business. Me and my husband, we've been in business for about 8 years. We own a construction business, and also I'm an online marketer, plus being in direct sales. So each week I actually share with you tips on how to start your business and how to grow your business while working from home. Today I've decided I'm gonna get super personal, no scripts, just kind of share with you guys my story of, getting pregnant. I'm currently 36 weeks pregnant, and this pregnancy actually was not planned. I actually got pregnant with the IUD. So I was super scared when I found out I was pregnant, just due to being with my first. I currently have a toddler, and with him I actually caught a blood clot due to finding out that I have a clotting disorder. So my clotting disorder is actually to be caused from pregnancy or hormones. So I actually cannot do any other type of birth control besides my IUD. So this time around, my husband is actually going to my plan is for him to get snipped. So I just wanted to hop on here real quick and just share my story of what it's like having a toddler, plus being pregnant and getting pregnant on the IUD. So with this pregnancy, due to my clotting disorder, I actually have to be on blood thinners. So if you guys have questions on what it's like being on blood thinners and also being pregnant, please let me know, since this is what I'm currently dealing with. My fiance, actually Kevin, has to give me shots every night before I go to bed. And then due to the blood clotting disorder and being on blood thinners, the doctors have decided to induce me when I turn 39 weeks. So about 3 more weeks. And that's just so they can control my medication. And they also say if there's any reason why I feel like I might be going into labor, or maybe my water breaks or anything like that, they say stop the medication, because I can't do any type of medication while being on blood thinners, or they don't want me to bleed to death. So that's just kind of what I'm dealing with right now. So due to my blood thinners and getting shots every night, I will be getting induced at 39 weeks, which I'm super excited about. 3 more weeks exactly on the dot. But I just wanted to share with you guys from real life experiences of what it's like being pregnant, plus running a business with my fiance, our construction business, plus having a toddler that I'm chasing around while being pregnant. A lot going on at this time of our lives. All right, guys, let's talk about the first trimester. So the first trimester, I was super sick. I was super tired. I dealt with a lot of morning sickness, throwing up anywhere from 2 to 3 times a day, which made it really tough. With having meetings I needed to accomplish, and then also having my toddler being right there as I vomited. I'd be sitting on the toilet and he would hand me a bottle for milk, or, just the life of having a toddler and currently being pregnant, plus dealing with morning sickness. So that was my first trimester, plus dealing with meetings. One thing that I did do for my first trimester was that since I was so sick and feeling so tired, I made sure I only had meetings that I thought were money worthy, or, and I made sure to schedule a lot of my stuff out. I think that's super important while you still have energy for your first and second trimester, that you do that. Also, guys, I did last week posted a video all about ways to prepare yourselves when it comes to maternity leave. So make sure you guys check that out in this video right above, and it will help you make sure you're all prepared before the baby. The first trimester, I actually struggled with being consistent when it came to my business, getting my social media content posted, making sure that I did all my meetings that I needed to do so, just because I was super tired. Also, actually, it took me a little while to figure out that I was pregnant. Before, I was actually doing daily lives on Facebook, which I've actually changed my focus in my third trimester. I went from doing a live daily on Facebook to now only focused on doing one weekly YouTube video a week. And that's just due to, YouTube is a search engine, so I believe my time should be placed in YouTube. All right, guys, so my second trimester, thank goodness, it was a lot easier. Vomiting decreased from 2 to 3 times a day to once a day, which made it a whole lot easier. My 2-year-old actually got used to me throwing up, which is crazy to say. And the worst part is, as a mom having a child and your 2-year-old's like handling you a cup of milk and you're like on the toilet vomiting, or asking you to turn on Blippi. And if you are a new mom, about to be a mom, or possibly have a child, you possibly know who Blippi is. If not, guys, you will learn exactly who he is. So that made it very tough with having a toddler and still having a vomit. But I am actually feeling a lot better. In my second trimester, I made sure to get everything done that I could. My fiance Kevin also actually hired an assistant for me when it comes to our construction business, so that made it a whole lot easier with getting my job completed when it came to our construction business. My assistant pretty much helps me with a lot of communicating with people, going back and forth, scheduling meetings with me. That way I'm focused on things that I need to do instead of just the small little work that I didn't really have to do, which I think is super, super important. And so having an assistant did help me with my second trimester. So my third trimester, I still dealt with morning sickness. Thank goodness it has decreased now from once a week possibly, instead of dealing with it every 3 weeks. I'm also now at 36 weeks. I'm, as I said, I'm only vomiting once a week, and I'm just currently focused on making sure that I have everything scheduled, such as my weekly YouTube videos, getting at least 6 weeks ahead. I do go over a lot of those, how is it that I'm preparing in that video I posted last week, so make sure you check that out in the description below. But just pretty much taking this time to make sure I'm accomplishing everything before the baby comes. In the last few weeks, I have been super focused on making sure that I have what is needed to do, scheduled, making sure that I'm getting everything done, making sure that when it comes to my 2-year-old, today I actually have a meeting with his school. We're going to be talking about what is his options, which I'm super excited for. He's starting this year in August. So learning what his options are is going to help. So I'm making sure I'm scheduling all of his doctor's appointments before our baby girl arrives, which I'm super excited about. And also this week I am starting to see that high-risk doctor twice a week instead of seeing her. So I have a high-risk doctor and a regular doctor, and so now I'm actually starting to see her once a week for each doctor, and that's just due to them monitoring me and making sure that everything's good when it comes to the baby. So not just having to run my business, also taking care of my toddler, also making sure my toddler is ready for school in August. I'm also seeing the doctor twice a week now. And then the first, the high-risk doctor takes about 45 minutes just to monitor me and making sure that everything's okay. And then after I have my baby girl, I will have to be on blood thinners for about 6 weeks. Hopefully, as long as everything goes as planned, it will only be 6 weeks. With my first, I was actually on blood thinners for a whole entire year. So hopefully I don't have that issue this time. All right, guys, next week I will be sharing with you how to create Facebook stories longer than 26 seconds. There was a time where I was looking into how to do so. Now that I've found a way to do so, I'm going to share it with you guys. Hopefully you guys got some value from what I shared with you. Just wanted to hop on here real quick and just share with you real life experiences of what it's like being pregnant during dealing with, as I'm working from home, plus taking care of my toddler, plus with a blood disorder. But if you guys have any questions, please put the comments below and I would love to help you guys. You guys have an amazing day.